It's a venue and a city that's seen more NFL history than just about anyone else. Welcome to Lambeau Field in the heart of Green Bay. Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And here we go from Lambeau. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Love gonna air this out to start. Chased out to his right. He takes it himself. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress off the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays too.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Here's 2nd and 5. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Play fake. It's Love. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
A 2nd down throw here for Love. That's caught Tucker Kraft. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Motioning him from the slot right. Wideout's getting involved in the ground game. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But, Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And, in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
Forced out to his right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the pressure drives them backwards. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. The play clock nearing 0, so Coach Matt LaFleur forced to call a timeout. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Here's Love to throw. Cut by Jacobs. Oh, touchdown Green Bay. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
That one splits the uprights. And the Packers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone. So the football will come back out to the 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Right to the air, Burrow. Gets it to his man, Mike Gesicki. Offense in the hurry up here. First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That was Jamar Chase he was looking for there. So 2nd down coming up.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Packers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
A nice starting spot for the Packers this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. This is Alvin Kamara with it. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Takes the handoff, now Love. Taking a shot deep down the field and what a dive! I think he caught it! A big 34-yard pickup there. And it'll be 1st down, Packers. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And they're going to bring him down after he drives it down to the 7. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They'll run the toss to Kamara. And that's going to be a touchdown. It's on the board for now. But will it stand? We got to see what this flag is all about. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Running it after the penalty. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Love out of the shotgun. This one's caught. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field. Ready to go with the second quarter. It's the Packers with it inside the red zone. Jacobs. And he falls through the defense for a touchdown. The Packers take a 13-0 lead. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. Ryland tacks on the extra point. And the Packers double their lead to 14. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. This return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Burrow throwing out of the pistol. He's going to push one deep down. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive. Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Burrow out of the shotgun. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Burrow from the gun. And the catch is made. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals start to fight back with their first points of this game. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. Joey Sly on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bengals chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
1st and 10 now from the 30. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Brought down by Trey Hendrickson. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Hand off here to Jacobs. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Tackle made by Ernest Jones. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Love. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down. Throwing now off play action. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
No one picks him up, and he reminded everyone in the building why that's a major mistake. The linebacker's athleticism on full display. A sack in under 2 seconds? That's a select group of players on the planet who could pull that off.
Escapes the pocket. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something when no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Running back, motioning right. 3rd and long. Here's Love. He's on the move. He just throws this one away.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time to secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 50-yard line.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 24. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. It just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. Ooh, put some heat on that one, Brock, but it falls incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that makes it 4th down. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Collects this at the 32. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the Packers will take over possession. New set of downs for him at the 38. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Nakobe Dean in on the tackle. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and
Love from the gun. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
Love on 3rd and short. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down?
And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. They only needed a couple, and that is what they got. Not the most impressive gain, but a big one as they get the first. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. Completes this one to Kraft. A lot of mess on the move here. It's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers grow their lead just before halftime. Ryland now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers double their lead to 14. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Return coming from the 6. The return manages to get just beyond the 30.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
They've got first down from the 31.
Here we go. 11 MT.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that's sure.
That's grabbed inside the 30. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals make it a one-score game before halftime. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. He's got Watson. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
On first and 10, here's Love. This one taken in by Kraft. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Man, I love that effort. Adding as much as possible that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch. And it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs, against the better defenses in this league.
It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll be first down, Packers.
You want to become quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
That finds Jacobs complete. And this one doesn't go far. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Love looking to pass. And this is going to be a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers will add to their lead at the end of the half. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Ryland able to connect on the point after. And the Packers double their lead to 14. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Down to 12 seconds before halftime as they come to the line.
Here we go.
First down, Burrow to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Here's a return from the 7. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. A give left side to Taylor. Oh, he trucked that defender. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. On first down, here's Burrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with the sack.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. A pickup of 7. Normally that's a great gain, but still facing third and pretty low.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Here he is on third and long. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Packers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Well, you kind of had a feeling, Brock, that they were going to be passing early and often. often coming out of the locker room on the losing side of things, right? And that coverage, man, they knew it too. Right there to make a play on the very first throw.
Yeah, no doubt, I think in any of our minds, they knew a throw was coming defensively, and that's fine. You could know it's coming, but you got to then go out and execute and take it away. Played right into their hands, and now a chance to add to this lead. You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover, wisely throwing it away.
Finds his man. It's Kraft. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Bengals are going to be backed up to begin this drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Play action now. Burrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. He just kept going the wrong way, and that's going to cost him. That is a safety. And, of course, they reject that penalty, which means the safety stands. After surrendering the safety, they're out to boot it away. Takes it in at the 21. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. A nice starting spot for the Packers this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Play fake. It's Love. Hauled in by Musgrave. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here's a give inside to Kamara. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the 1st down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Thrown on 1st down, Love. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Now they send their back in motion right. Cut by Jacobs. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st. Here's Love to throw. Dialing up a receiver screen. It's a race down the right side. And it goes the distance. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him.
At their own 18-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Burrow throwing out of the pistol. Pulled in by Tommy Tremble. And he gets it up close to the 25 before he's out of bounds.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Second down carry for Taylor. And looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Edger and Cooper there to make the stop. Working quickly here. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Oh no, they get him yet again. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. That pick 6 ought to spell the end to any potential comeback we might have seen out of him, Brock. This deficit might be just too much to come back from.
Yeah, if there was any hope left, they sure could have used some points. And they're going to have to get points now in a hurry. And that's for an offense who just threw the interception. Heading right back out there, you better flush it fast.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Taylor now up the middle. Making defenders pay for trying to tackle him. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 30 yards on that one. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals. Burrow back to throw. He lets one fly deep downfield. They connect on the deep shot. He's got the Cincinnati touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Sly gets the extra point to go. And the Bengals trail by 23 now. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. 1st down throw, here's Love. Hits his running back. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. 3rd down, 1 yard to go.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that 1st down before the hit. 2 yards on the pickup. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down. First and 10 from the 41. Running left, this is Kamara. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Counter give to Kamara. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he nearly takes it to the red zone before going out. They have themselves another first and 10. And off running right, Jacobs. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. Able to get it to Reed. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. Jaden Reed, the touchdown. Ryland tacks on the extra point. And the Packers grow their lead yet again. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Up right here, one time.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Burrow from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Another try following the sack. On the move, headed right. Into the hands of Gesicki, complete. And this one does not go far.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Got to figure out this third down here. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. He'll be touchdown short of the marker, so fourth down coming up.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. And he'll go down, we'll say right at the 39-yard line. That was the biggest 3-yard gain you're going to see, because instead of a turnover on downs, Brock, it gets them a first.
Come on now. Was there any doubt who they were going to go to right there? That was always going to be a run play. And no problem converting on 4th.
First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Stays in the pocket. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Tom, we offered some serious blanket plays for this entire group defensively. The guys up front, they've certainly generated the pressure. Everybody on the back end in coverage, well, they're holding down their assignments to delay these throws. This is going to be one tomorrow, one fun tape to watch, because 6 sacks, it's hard to come by in this league.
Motioning him from the slot right. After the sack, another pass on second down. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. Trying for it with Burrow. He's loaded another one up. And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on fourth down.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
That'll be complete to Jacobs. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay. Packers getting closer to their 10th win of the season. 2nd and 3 now. Shotgun give now to hit behind the line, and the ball is loose. And now the Bengals have it. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
Put a check mark by that one. You're going to remember that one, not just over the course of this game, but I guarantee you in the offseason when they're watching effort. That was all about effort. Backs pressed against the wall when you're down here defensively. And that's the type of play that coaches love to see from everyone on the roster. This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down. Burrow out of the shotgun. Trying to push it deep downfield. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Here's Burrow. That's incomplete left side.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second. And incompletion is still pretty good, too.
On third down, here's Burrow. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock.
You know what I like about this shot down the field, Kate? It keeps a defense honest. They know defensively if we overcommit, we could get burned deep.
This undoubtedly the final snap of what's already a decided contest. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. So this is a Packers win. And they continue playing their best ball of the season over this recent stretch as they pick up a 6th consecutive victory.